she's dealt with my like emotions and shit that I go through because of all of that, and her masculinity has been able to help her shelter her feelings from. She's caught me cheating. She's caught a lot, like in this little bit of time. So, point in cases, I don't see masculinity. She has showed me without even telling me, because she didn't even say, nigga, fuck, like, I guess she knows. You know, she probably knows, or she's heard it before, because she don't say it. I guess she probably knows that word masculinity, because any other bitch is gonna cuss you out. You say, you know, you're being masculine, or, you know, you just don't say that. I guess she either knows, it doesn't bother her, or she just knows, like, that's actually what's keeping us together.
Do you feel like the masculine part is dominating with her though?
Nah, no. No.
Do you feel like
it only overpowers? It only overpowers and shows when it's convenient to her, or when it's a topic of conversation, and she don't stop. And like I can bring up something that, and to be honest, it's conversations that when I look back, like, it doesn't even matter. So I didn't even have to bring that part out of you or nothing. I'm talking about my food. It's about cooking. But what I do know is it's symbolic to every woman. You can't correct no woman. You can't tell no woman they shoes untied. You can't tell no woman that they hair you really don't like. You can't tell no woman that, yo, you know what, maybe you shouldn't do that. That's not a good look. You can't tell that. She was able to hide it because of the things that I called her out on that was convenient to her. Now that she's more comfortable with me, and
so they have a defense mechanism.
And these are things that she might feel some type of way about. Now, her need to defend herself is great, and it's masculine.
So, alright, that last point. What is the line between what's the line between having a defense of being masculine and just...
That's a good question.
And just saying, just defending yourself, period. Where does it cross that line between them being masculine? Too masculine. You said that. That's the point.
Yeah, and I want to be clear on that. Like, just like masculine, and I'm learning this now. I'm not having always known this. Just like masculine isn't always a negative word when it becomes to a female. Cause shit, y'all gotta pick up us sometimes too. Estrogen, testosterone, just like we have to be feminine when it comes to my female. I go to school. I go to squeeze my lady's foot because my foot hurt. Thinking that, you know what I mean? I want this shit squeezed out of my feet. If I'm getting my back crack the fuck out. Right. That's my lady. I have to be more feminine with her.
Right. All right, they gotta understand we got feelings.
It's the same thing. Men gotta be feminine.
They got shit they gotta be.
Men gotta be feminine. Gotta have some feminine traits. Women gotta be feminine to be able to have a sustain a healthy relationship. And females probably gotta have a level of masculinity in certain situations. Okay.
When it crosses over into
where it makes me
we're uncomfortable, emotional, or they're too firm and dominant, that's where it becomes a problem.
Not like
with a traditional man.
What my lady is, and I even regret saying it to her because with my lady, she honestly does have to cross of both. So like she do when she want to debate, she goes all the way there. Like she won't say nothing crazy, but she'll just keep going. Mm-hmm. The card master is not fair just because in a sense she's defending herself because she doesn't get loud. Like she get loud, but she don't. I don't know. But what I do know is
go ahead.
What I do know is
because you said and one of the main things you said earlier, you said she'll go on and on with it, but she don't disrespect you. And that's one thing where it's like
That's the
that might actually be a positive.
I mean, that's the only way I'm even still here. You call me anything crazy or say anything crazy, then I know I've been in those situations, and that's what I'm saying. Like with a male, with a female, they have to understand that balance. Like you wouldn't want a nigga that's always rubbing your ass off soft. All right. You want your shit beat it. You want him to rub you soft some days on some feminine shit. Right. And it's more than likely, most days, 9 times out of 10, just a little bit, 9 times out of 10, you want him to beat that ass up. Same goes with your masculinity. Sometimes you have to know when to tuck that joint in, and then more than likely always keep that joint in the tuck. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Especially when you got alpha male. I think the biggest...
You gotta show her that vulnerability to get a full spectrum of love.
The biggest issue with females, and this is what I wanted to say earlier. The biggest issue with females is male and females. And you heard it. We went to somebody's shit before and they said it. All the black females was in the room like, yo, you gotta why can't every guy in the room would say like, we just tired of y'all's mouth, bitch, shut up. Like,
you talking about when we went to the joint last year?
Yeah.
One thing I was alright, see, with females like that, right? And I feel like that's them 5-word females. I don't need a nigga.
Okay. Oh yeah, they were those type of females.
They try so hard to be independent that you trying to be the man, and nobody wants to be put in a box.
And the crazy thing is I never seen. And then those little bit of days I talked to somebody, like, not to cut you off, but the pity pack on what you said, I never seen. It's ironic you said that because looking back, I never seen a female that was more open or more wanting a man more than her. It was just that her ability to try to build a man and create it to what she wants or her society was so far that I don't know what the likelihood.
You want exactly what you want, like a man.
The biggest issue is we heard it, and I've really thought about it. Yeah, I took what they said into consideration. I was fair. Right. They said, in comparison to other women, white women, whether it be like, we don't gotta deal with that loud mouth, whatever. And then she said, you have to understand what black women went through and this thing. And I understand it, like, our black daughters, like, they, and I gotta be real with myself. As much as, I've always, they have daughters they have dads like me, who have them at 16, 17, numerous kids, numerous baby mom, or whatever the case may be. In more messed up situations than that, but that's men that come around to do XYZ to their moms. So when they come into a situation, they feel a certain way towards men, black men, whatever. That's how.
Because the men
that was men.
All you hearing is your dad wasn't shit.
So then when they open themselves, so now I like I said, I want this to be clear and on record, because now I thought about so now when they open themselves, then you probably more susceptible. You probably more open. Now you're more trusting. You got a sense of daddy or a sense of whatever the case is. And then that man turns around and hurts that or abuses that, whatever the case may be. I understand it. I understand all of that. Is that fair for a new black man to come in and have to evaluate before he meets you? It's not. But okay, let's say it is. Okay, we come into a situation already knowing that these are the things that come with a black woman, so more than likely, bro, stand on it. Your mom's black. Tolerate that black woman's mouth. It ain't that bad. Okay. Whoa. The same way we gotta understand that, or to an extent, the same way they feel as though we gotta understand that. They gotta also understand.
Does that mean
what the average black young man has seen as well, and it takes them some time for that too. That'd be the problem with female. We gotta understand that. We gotta understand why y'all so loud. Y'all gotta understand why we can't tolerate y'all, or why we seen our mom run our dads away. We seen our mom
Right.
get older and treat us some type of way because we look like our dad. We went through our lives fucking traumatized too. We got the same fucking issues, and that's what a lot of black females don't realize. The same thing that y'all can bring on into the relationship and say that y'all can carry as black females, we can as well too. Black men that did shit to y'all, and black women that did shit to us. Black women that did shit to fucking our moms and our dads, the people that we cared about too. And that's what I think females fail to realize because they want to black females. Black. And I'm being real. Because they want to victimize themselves so much. What happened? And I can say both sides. Shit happened on both ends.
Right. Now, and the crazy thing is, all of that, like, I seen that with the chick I've been dealing with, right? Where we had to have a hard conversation about some shit the other day, right? And it kind of threw me off because I had to break some shit down to her like real hard. And it threw me for a loop because she was actually understanding about it. Like it wasn't so much of the pushback. And the chick, she Spanish, she Latin, like she Puerto Rican and Dominican, and going outside of black people. Now I'm not just black. I'm black and Jamaican, but even still, just dealing with all my life, every chick I dealt with on a serious level been black. So it's been, look, you gotta fix this. I ain't fucking with this. I don't like this. When I break that shit down, it be problems. It be, well, you did. It's always some level of pushback, but it kind of fucked my head. It kind of fucked my head up to the next day. She complaining a little bit along the way, but she like taking it, the way she's moving, I'm seeing she took into account the shit that I told her. I'm seeing a drastic change.
The biggest excuse,
and that was kind of what it was good, but it was like, whoa.
That's the crazy part, because I'll keep throwing shit out there, waiting for them. So you still gonna shut up? You still gonna? Wait a minute, bitch, you not normal. I don't love you. And it shouldn't be like that for black, and I don't want to say this, it shouldn't be like that for certain women. Fuck it. Because for real, I want to make a correction on that. I'm talking about the I guess, the argumentative spirit, unfortunately. We carry that. We like to, it comes with our culture. We like to be the best. We like to compete. We like to win. I even have my own analogies as why even my own daughter is probably going to be one of those type of women. But at the same time,
which type? Go ahead.
And I'm talking the other day about it. This chronic complainer, being annoying, so much pushback, and it's not, like I said, it's not necessarily about the pushback that comes with it. That's what all women. What
is it the way that they do it?
Okay.
Or how often?
Which leads me to my next point.
Go ahead.
I'm sure we heard, 1,000 times. 1,000 times. Especially when we put these women in a vulnerable situation to address their need or to address their inaccountability. It's clear you're caught. You gonna take accountability? We ain't gotta argue. And I make sure, over the years, I navigate around it. Like, you know what? I ain't even in your face. Like, I told you, babe. That refrigerator's open. I love you, babe. Can you please? That motherfucking refrigerator. The camera's right. I'm sorry, but the camera's right there. Even when we put them in those type of situations, and they still behave like that. they still deflect and diffuse and all of those things.
They want so bad.
Like even when we put them in them situations, that like we're always left with. Did we go about it the right way? Did we say things the right way? That's always their mechanism of defense. Mm-hmm. Now when they're in a position to, you know I'm right, everything, but now it's the way you went about it, how you came at me. You know what? And let's say even hypothetically, I did come at you. That's because I spent so long just trying to get you to take accountability that now the way I'm coming at you to force you to take this accountability, I'm coming at you crazy right now because you spent so long maneuvering away.
It built up.
So now I'm saying, bitch, you know you left the motherfucking ice tray on there. Don't come here doing that shit. I called you for 10 months now, bitch. So now, instead of taking accountability for the ice, now I feel bad as a man because I have to take accountability for the way I came about it. But I'm only turned up. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm only turned up because you made me for never, not even knowing, like, I don't even know if most chicks know that, 90% niggas don't like arguing. Like, I'm a real, like, I don't. So whatever I say, more than like, I'm saying, not saying nothing, I'm not saying nothing. More like, wherever I'm saying, and I told her the other day, like, and she still didn't bite. She still didn't even, you can hit a girl with, yo, babe, I only said that because I missed you. You get it right there. Like, I don't say that because I mean, oh, damn, babe, I didn't know. You want something to eat or, the fact that my girl don't bite on that shit pisses me off. Like, babe, I only said that because I love you.
She don't bite on what? The
sympathetic part. Like, So when I'm saying something to my girl, girls don't even know. You could probably get by the rest of your life. Like, you have a nigga dumb as shit. Chicks don't even realize. By the time we love you, you'll have a nigga dumb as shit by just saying, my bad, babe, I'm sorry. In that voice.
Yeah.
Do you know that how long you can get by not ever doing nothing by just saying, oh, okay, babe, I'm sorry. Like, bitch, what are we going to do with that? If your girl really said, my bad, I was but they don't do that. They don't even realize, like, niggas don't want to argue with you. Like, if we turned around and said, my bad, I'm sorry to everything, that's not enough for y'all. But do y'all realize that that's really all it takes for y'all? Pretty much anything. Need to do. That's all y'all need to do. But how many times have you heard it in your life?
If y'all just bend over for us in a hypothetical matter.
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying.
They would never.
There's some ice, bro.
Oh.
Like,
you know why?
Of course they want that. They want to feel empowered. Like, it's been so long. I don't need a lot.
That's what I said, what is it with females that when we say something, I feel the need, like,
okay.
So, like, I asked her recently, I said, what is it with females that, like, I feel the need to deflect and defend, and that's not, like, I want you, even though it hurts my feelings, to a certain extent, within reason, I want you to tell me certain things or whatever else. Like, how many females, even though they said, like, it could be a female that you don't fuck with or like that, but once y'all become cool, how many females can you, like, tell the raw truth to? Like, just say, all right, whatever, nah, babe, I don't like that, nah, I don't. What the fuck do you mean you don't like any of those type of things that come? You That's know real. How that is.
That is weird.
Why is that? What is it? And she still doesn't break. This was wild, man. I'd be like, yo, when she doing all this, that, and third, and this, I probably started it by mentioning something that I'm unhappy about, or just whatever, disconcern, not unhappy, but an issue I have. Like, yo, babe, listen, I'm only saying this, like, just so you know what's in my heart and shit. I don't ever want nothing to be between us and shit. Like, I mean, I don't want to be thinking nothing that I feel as though I can't say nothing to you or whatever. I'm thinking like, oh, all right, babe, whatever. Like, I try to calm the storm by she's already turned up at that point. I say everything to calm the storm.
Hold on.
It still doesn't calm the storm.
Now, what did you say in the first place to get to that before that, I was just saying this XYZ level.
Okay, so I was saying something that in her mind it doesn't matter because that's what they do. I was saying something in her mind that she didn't feel as though it was necessary, or she didn't feel as though it was valid, or she didn't feel as though it was credible. And when I look back at it, it doesn't matter, and I'm not trying to mold her into anything, but I just didn't want to be having that feeling, and her not know.
You felt something.
I'm looking at her like, all right, damn, we in the place, we got a lot of fucking money and business title from each other. I might be in this for the long haul. Let me I don't know how you want to say it. Maybe I am. I don't care. Maybe I am trying to mold her in exactly what I want for, the future or whatever, or like all the issues that I had in the past. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure those things is clear, those things on the table, like all those type of things. Like it ain't no. And then whenever I say something, it's not, oh, that's stupid, that's dumb, or you just yelling. Nah, when you say something, I think everything you say is stupid. First of all, bitch, I'm a man. We can just fuck and eat for the next 20 years, and I don't.
And I'll be happy.
And I'll be a fucking happy man. Bitch, for real, bro.
See, you might not.
But I don't say no shit like that when you talk.
Right. So, all right, put it like this. You might not hold it.
Right.
Last shot. So you might not be trying to fully mold. You might just be fine tuning.
Yeah.
And I say that because to get to the level of where you at now, where you are fine tuning, you had to see something that appealed to you in the first place. Especially to jump into the situation where you're at now.
Thank you. And that is thank you.
So
thank you. That's a very, very, very beautiful point, because that is what females neglect to understand. When you have an issue with them, they think that takes away everything that comes with them. Like, oh, babe, I don't like the chicken you've been making. I'm just gonna tell you that now. So what the fuck you mean? Yo, like this. So you basically trying to say my pussy. You trying to say this? Oh, you trying to say my hair dappy? Oh, I can't cook, but can your mom cook? Fuck you bitch ass.
I just said put more sage and less salt.
Babe, all I'm saying, why can't I say to you what I want? Fuck what I'm saying. Why do we even gotta analyze what I'm saying? You my bitch. I can say what I want to you. Mm-hmm. For real, you know the bitch I don't say nothing to. The bitches I know, I don't have to worry about this shit. I don't care about none of this shit. I don't care that your pussy was there. I don't care that you're nothing. I don't care that you fucking can't cook. I don't care. Mm. And I think like I think with me and her, she didn't spend enough time outside. Like most chicks they got to know me in other ways before we got to this level. Mm. Like you spent your time on the outside first, so I didn't really have to address none of these things. Like now, like I'll be having to address
habits and such.
It's not even on no cocky shit. This is the way I feel as though you know who I am. That's just how I be feeling sometimes. Like that's it. And that's the unfortunate part of being single so long, all of that, because every little thing you compare. And that's what I gotta get out of. I compare like to other shit like, yo, you 10 minutes late. All the bitches would never have me 10 minutes late, you know. Like,
so you feel like you having to compromise a little bit. Because
I mean, I'm definitely compromising like my thought pattern and all that for love and for my relationship status. Without a doubt. I don't know if that word's called compromise, but I'm definitely, opening up to new shit.
That's compromise. That's compromise.
But yeah, like that. The main thing with, like I said, the same things that we have to understand and females, I know what it is. You know, they look at us as the leaders, the rulers, the smarter ones, the providers, or whether they want to admit it or not. So we have a higher responsibility to protect their feelings, they whatever, and that's regardless of how many bodies they got, how many kids, and how many baby dads they got. Because me, as even a grown man I am now, I'm either fucking bitch with 3, 4 baby dads, and I'm fucking and shit. I'm still like, I'm a little different in the game now. I'm still being nice to you, your young boys, or whatever. I'm not being I'm come over, bring some little bullshit over, whatever. Even if you is a little smut joint or whatever the case may be, because just the main thing is like I got daughters, I got a mom, I got sisters, and the number one thing I realized in life is that I don't care who it is, I done seen my aunts and my mom and my cousins, you know, they got 100 baby dads and ran the streets, could get any niggas they want, they still be fucking. There's nothing that they value more, even if they older and they was fucking whatever other cities in their time. They still cling to love and shit. You know, so most actions that a female does, you know, love is in sight or it's a possibility. Like, man, we might be looking like, man, we gonna go fuck this bitch, you know? And she might be like, I'm gonna go fuck this nigga. Mm-hmm. But love is more of a possibility on her because of her. Like, that's something that she's gonna cling for in life. So I see chicks like, all right, like, she was smut. All right, she probably was smut. Or maybe she wasn't. Maybe I just smutted her out. I created that situation. Huh? So,
just read it.
Hmm?
Just read it.
Read it?
No, keep going.
Yeah, like, I feel as though, like, I created that situation. Like, that's the main thing. The main thing I look back on at life. I see my smut bitches. I'm talking about smut bitches that was smuts when I was a young boy. These bitches is fucking lawyers and doctors and everything. Now I'm like, was they smuts or was they just looking for love and just fucking until they found it? Mm-hmm. Like, so I don't really operate on that type of shit no more. Like right now, I can come into that. Like, I take myself into account with a lot that I do. I got a lot of confidence in myself. I can come into a single chick's life. Like, I ain't got no kids, whatever else. I got 2 baby mom kids, fucking, what's the things called? Kids you don't want to claim and shit. Fucking got bitches think they got kids to me and shit.
They wish, huh?
Wish. And I look at it like, I can come in any bitch, like I can come in a bitch with with all my baggage, get that bitch to have a baby to me. Come to another bitch's life, they got 4 or 5 baby dads. Because of who I am in a month's time, because of the need for love in a female, convince her to have a baby to me. And it's just, like, we'll be like, man, I don't know, we ain't having this baby, we ain't having this, man, bitch, you better not, whatever. We can even do the opposite. But you better have. We can.
You see how I'm making it work with all this going on.
We can even do the opposite.
Why would you not want something like that around?
So, like,
that's one thing I like.
That's something that the law don't. That's something that the law doesn't say. Like, it's like, oh, like a chick can turn around and have a you got chicks, but for the most part, and at least for what applies to me, I control all of that for the most part. I didn't have the power or master power when I was younger. But nah, the smuts, more than likely, I'd have made them the smuts, and they're quote unquote smuts, and the other chicks, and like the other motherfuckers, like, I think that we made these females these way. So I mean, the female, nah, whatever you got going on, baby, like we rocking and rolling. We rocking and rolling. Scariest thing with my female, the scariest thing with my bitch is, and I'm saying it out loud, but I never actually put it into words. But now I think the scariest thing is
who are you dealing with
now? My chick. Mm-hmm. A lot of how we measure stuff, because you know, even when we talk, is you can meet new chick. Oh, how many kids you got? How many baby days you got? It's kind of normal. The hardest thing with my chick to measure her is the first thing that we measure somebody on, she doesn't really have. True. Which is a baby dad or a baby father.
Right.
So those are you know, like, yeah, all the things that fuck my head up. Cause then you just don't know. Like when they got a baby dad or a baby father, you know, even if like most of the time niggas don't know. Right. But us dumbass niggas, we just think we can put some type of figure on something.
It's like, you ain't got no kids, I love you.
Or no, not even that. Not even that. Once we get serious, and I realized it, all the stuff that we care about subconsciously, we do still care about. Even at an early age, or older age, we still care about the bodies and what our bitch may have did before, or, you know what I mean? But the reason why we put that into a different perspective 9 times out of 10 is because the majority of the chicks we talk to at our age have kids. Yes. So we already put to the side the fact that you're fucking your baby's dad or that you was fucking your baby dad, however it was.
He feel like he's...
Or you got, especially if you got 2-3 kids doing, we not really asking about too much. Like, more like, who's fucking your baby dad? Like, and now I'm smarter to know that you're probably fucking your baby dad and everybody else. Now the chicks with no kids, you just gotta start from somewhere. Like,
oh no, that's just Eddie. That's just Eddie. He's just my friend.
Yeah, what you been doing these last 26 years? Yeah, now your baby dad casually keep coming around and you know, like that's something that we already predisposed. I got 15 years of being able to just swallow that. Every bitch, I always had to swallow that. But now I just gotta swallow this random nigga coming around and nah, this ain't the same, bitch.
Alright, that being said, we gonna talk next week. We gonna talk about the intangibles, like how many kids, financial situation next week. But for now, we got down to the first episode. We talking about a little bit of masculinity versus feminine habits, likes and dislikes. This is episode 1. Big roster, checking out.
King P8.